AI is minting billionaires. But the reality is those people were going to win regardless of AI. The real reason everyone else isn't making any money with AI comes down to four missing pieces. In the next 8 minutes, I'll share a 4-step framework that I use to take an AI idea all the way to a profitable business. The same framework I've seen generate millions inside Fortune 100 companies. After watching this, you'll have a clear blueprint for turning any idea into real income, from finding the right problem all the way to getting paid for it. For those who don't know me, I'm Sam. I went from worrying about dinner as a kid to building million-dollar products inside Fortune 100 companies. I have watched up close who actually makes money from AI and who just looks busy. The first step for any AI business has actually nothing to do with AI. It's about building your gold mine scanner. Let me explain with an example. In 2024, a startup called Humane AI launched a product called the AI Pin. It's an AI assistant that you attach to the outfit you are wearing. The company raised $230 million, had the top engineering team, but within 1 year, company went bust. But why? Because they never scanned the market for a gold mine. Now, what is a gold mine? Gold mine is a pain so specific, so urgent that people are desperately looking for a solution. Humane's AI Pin was the opposite. Now, don't get me wrong, it was a cool idea, but the truth is that it was solving a pain that nobody had or wanted to pay for. When building their AI business, the mistake most people make is they ask, what can I build with AI? Not only that's a wrong question, it's also the wrong way to use AI. That's like going to a mine with a shovel, but with no plan on where to actually dig. Here is the right way to find your own gold mine using AI. First, AI as your research compressor. What used to take 6 months of customer interviews, market studies, and competitor analysis, AI can compress into few hours. Feed it everything: competitor reviews, customer complaints, job postings, and ask it to find the pattern of common pain points. But you might say, so what? Anyone who has access to AI can do that. And that's why you must not skip the second step. Use AI as your assumption killer. Take your ideas to AI and say, destroy this idea. Tell me every reason this pain isn't real, isn't urgent, or why wouldn't someone spend money on it? If your idea survives the test, you have found something real. But finding gold mine means nothing if you don't know how to turn it into money. And that's the leverage maker in G.L.A.D framework. What most people do is they find a real problem, build something, slap a price on it, and call it a business model. That's not leverage. The business model is the business. The product is just how you deliver it. Remember MailChimp, the original email newsletter company? It was launched in 2001. From day one, their business model was to charge everyone for services. As a result, they end up competing with bigger players with bigger sales teams. For many years, they went nowhere. But then they made one small change in their model and revenue jumped. The number of users increased. And that one change was to introduce a free tier. Look, their product, distribution, or technology was never the problem to begin with. It was the business model. That is, who pays, when they pay, and why. Harvey AI, which is an AI platform for law professionals, understood this concept from the start. They built their AI solution on the same underlying model that powers a $20 per month chatbot. But then they tweaked their business and pricing model. They priced their service as a replacement for a junior lawyer, which means a big law firm can now get the work of a junior lawyer at 5 to 7% cost. Result: today, Harvey is at $150 million ARR, used by hundreds of law firms. Same underlying technology, but completely different leverage. So here is how to find your own leverage. 1. Start with the most expensive version of your customer's pain, not your feature list. Price backwards from that answer. Harvey didn't price a tool. They priced the cost of the problem it replaces. 2. Feed your goldmine problem into AI and ask it to generate 10 different business models for the same pain. You'll find at least one that fits your unfair advantage. 1. You never would have seen alone. 3. Simulate before you build. Take a look at Quibi that raised $1.75 billion but never tested their business model. They never asked whether people would pay for premium short video when YouTube was free. Stress test your model at 10 customers. Find where it breaks before the market does. After you have your goldmine idea and business model, next you want to embarrass yourself. That's right, embarrass yourself, but in private before your customer do that for you in public. In 2023, Samsung engineers used ChatGPT to help write code, which is all good, except they accidentally uploaded the confidential source code into a public AI model. Same year, Air Canada deployed an AI chatbot that promised a grieving customer a bereavement discount that didn't exist in their policy. The court ruled Air Canada was fully liable for what their AI said. Engineering teams at these companies had all the right intentions of moving fast with AI. So how do you make sure that you don't end up with the same results? Well, you need to assemble your product the right way. The A from the G.L.A.D framework. But how? Right now, there is an entire movement called vibe coding, building full applications through AI prompts in days. For sure, you do get the speed, but you compromise on two most important assembly steps. 1. Embarrass yourself in the lab, not in the market. Use AI to prototype and test at a speed that was impossible 2 years ago. Find as many bugs as possible and fix them. 2. Know when to bring human in the loop. That means AI cannot act without a human approving the decision first. For example, if you're building an AI agent that writes and sends client proposals, you approve before it hits anyone's inbox. Else, you are just another Air Canada. 3. Bring human on the loop. That means the AI operates autonomously and the human monitors, stepping in only when something breaks. For example, if you're building an AI agent that manages your inbox, you don't need to be involved in every decision, but you want to monitor for pattern of behaviors. The key point is to know the difference. Now, you might think that you're almost there in minting millions with AI. But this is the point where most startups die. Peter Thiel said it well. Poor distribution, not product, is the #1 cause of startup failure. And that is the distribution bridge of the G.L.A.D framework. In 2013, a startup called Ship raised $62 million. The product was genuinely impressive. You took a photo of anything you wanted to ship, a courier arrived in 20 minutes, packed it, and handled everything. Flawless execution. But 5 years later, they shut it all down. Here is why. They built a consumer app for a behavior most people do maybe twice a year, which is to ship something. This was the wrong customer segment. So what was the right market segment? Small businesses. The CEO, Kevin Gibbon, himself answered it. I approached everything as an engineer. Rather than change direction, we kept polishing the product and never built a distribution bridge to the people who would actually pay consistently. Here is how to build your distribution bridge with what you already have. 1. The first distribution channel is a person, not a platform. Use AI to profile exactly who feels your problem the most and what they have already tried. Then find 10 of them, not 10,000. 10. A cold message that shows you understand their problem better than they can describe is a bridge. Hoping someone finds you is a billboard. 2. Use AI to follow up at a volume no human can sustain. Most distribution attempts fail at follow-through, not the first outreach. For the second touch, use AI agents to personalize and automate every follow-up. Most people think of AI businesses like Chutes and Ladder or Snakes and Ladder, depending upon what part of the world you are in. Reactive, one move at a time, and luck decides where you land. G.L.A.D framework, on the other hand, gives you the power to play it like a chess. Goldmine is knowing which problem is worth betting on. Before you build anything, leverage is controlling the economics before your first competitor shows up. Assembly is making sure your AI product doesn't collapse when a real user touches it. And distribution is making sure the right person finds it in the first place. But there is one more problem. Even if you follow the G.L.A.D framework, AI is learning faster than you are. If you keep trying to memorize tools and prompts, you will always feel behind because next month AI will know even more. The only way to stay irreplaceable is to learn skills that will give you power over AI. I break all of that in my next video. Keep watching.